Have you ever felt weak? Have you ever felt like a fat fuck? Have you ever felt like a stick bug? Have you ever lost sight of your precious genitalia? I like that. That's good. This will light a fire within you. This will be your motivation. That means you've got the potential to grow into your best self, to chisel that marble into a statue of a Greek god or goddess. Not for any internet cred or to impress the people you horn for, but to become the best and greatest possible you. Now, I may not be a mass monster or aesthetic masterpiece like you see the people paraded online, but I've been called Jack a time or two. How did I start working out? Well, it all started with the most dreaded of exercises, known as cardio. I used an ancient Mesopotamian artifact known as the elliptical. Now, I was a chubby little thing, but what I knew was run, make fat, turn fit. So I started walking at a brisk, maybe even accelerated pace. I got winded going up the stairs as a 12-year-old. So anything that helps me function like a non-diabetic human being is a step in the right direction. But this little cardio thing was only the start. One year, for Christmas, my loving family got me this bench. Now, this piece of equipment was diarrhea dog shit, for lack of a better term. I would bruise my forearms trying to lift it up. I would use the bench around 4 times a week. I would use the top half of the bench for upper body, chest, back. I'd use the bottom half, the little leg thingamajig, the other half. Why this split? The reason for this is I didn't know what I was doing. I just went with the flow. Now, this is all Google Gaga shit. The real deal began when I started going to an actual gym. This is when I started going to a real gym with free weight, not this baby bib bullshit. I got all these fun toys to play with. Real benches to form voluptuous chest beefers. Squat racks to build a fat ass. And isolation machines as far as the eye can see. Was I more knowledgeable about weightlifting? Maybe a little. I wouldn't touch my chest to the barbell bench press. I wouldn't do any barbell squats until a few years in because I couldn't get the range of motion quite right. Honestly, range of motion was just a myth, as real as skunk ape to me at that point. Now this might be a little sacrilegious to say, but it worked out for me. I got most of my gains doing this. It might even work for you. Here's a general rule of thumb. If you're skinny, or skinny fat as the kids say, start eating more, whether it be a large or small calorie surplus. You may gain a lot of fat doing this, but later you could diet down and see the godly muscles that you have built. You don't have to take it to an extreme and become a glab-go-glab-lab. Just take it small. Gain little bits over time. Start small. Count your calories. If you were a chubby fatster, like I was, that means you could recomp, which means to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. If you are new to the gym, it makes it easier than if you were a hardened veteran. This is because of newbie gains. When you start at the gym, you gain most of your muscles within the first year or so. A recomp is done by doing a small calorie deficit, so eating less calories, while working out, so you build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Or you could incorporate a diet later and just be big as fuck for now. The choice is yours, brother. Do whatever it takes to become your best self. Some people may be intimidated by how many people are going to be at the gym, but like most places in life, they're only paying attention to themselves. Now, these people won't even notice you unless you spit in their face, which you may have to do. Like, these people look like giant beasts from time long forgotten, but under all the muscle meat They're the nicest little sweethearts you could meet. Starting out your journey, you may be inspired to take the devil's supplement. Should you? Probably not. First off, if you're blasting gear from day one, you won't know what actually builds muscle. You won't have the proper form, the proper consistency, the proper diet, even the proper sleep schedule. You could lack all these things and still build a mountain range on your body. When you're taking the whole pharmacy, doing jumping jacks could build a good physique. Basically, everything works when you're juiced. The learning process is important, and doing this, you skip out on a lot of basic knowledge that you should know. Also, misuse of this stuff could have your heart beating on the outside of your rib cage and it tearing at the age of 32 and a half. Now, if you want to be the strongest organism under the sun or compete in strongman or bodybuilding, go ahead, but most people don't want to do that. Just see how far you could push your body without the stuff, okay? Life is unfair. We don't start at the same start line. But everyone, and I mean everyone, can improve themselves through fitness. Most people are doing the bare minimum of what they have to do. They've become complacent. If you improve yourself in fitness, for example, you could pass all the people you perceived as better than you. Genetics does not determine if you could win. It may give you a great head start, but hard work and determination is what gets you the rest of the way. If you put in more effort than the next person, then you will achieve greatness sooner. Yeah.